Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown in Moultrie, Georgia, with closing cash commodity commentary for Thursday. It's about 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Had a sort of an interesting day, I guess. Still down in the grains, but up in cotton. We'll go to cotton first, of course. Took a while to get the export numbers out today. USDA had a computer glitch, so it didn't come out their normal 8:30 Eastern Time. I think it was a 45 minutes delay. Anyway, we were able to get it a little quicker than that. The numbers very, I think, supportive. Last week we sold 95,000 bales. They say this week we sold 185,000. So obviously the math of that. Last week was a marketing year high on shipments. We shipped 440,000 bales. Today we did less than that. We did 358,000, but not too bad. China's still the big recipient. Of course, China's on the holiday, so I guess anything Chinese would be good at this point. The grains today continue to back off for a twofold reason. One is the crop in South America is deemed to be a little bit better, and so we are putting a little pressure on it. There's also been a talk of an exodus from the commodities markets in general from these funds. Apparently, a lot of these big speculative funds, these hedge funds as they call themselves, took some pretty devastating hits last year. I think redemptions of those, which is a fancy way of saying I want my money back. I think they've had some high redemptions. As a matter of fact, a major hedge fund announced, or actually a bank that has a hedge fund announced they were going to get out of the business. And so I think this last little bit down here in the grains has been the liquidation of that huge hedge fund, even in cattle. I would suspect. Of course, as we said yesterday, February is never a good month for the grain markets. We're losing emphasis here. We are putting more emphasis on South America, making that shift. But we will, I think, later on in the season do better price-wise in here. Not to say that we're not going to go substantially lower in corn and beans if we have normal weather. I'm sure that's going to happen. But the jury's still out, so it's a little hard to kill the market. In fact, corn's been down, 8 or 9 consecutive days, wheat 10 consecutive days, beans 8 to 10 consecutive days. So they've been hammered pretty unmercifully for those twofold reasons. The fact we're seeing an exodus of spec money and the fact that South America's crops thought to be a little stronger. Over in the fuel today,